drawing up a drag screen for me for a little bit, and I just hadn't got to it yet. Vishana came off a couple of times, and then when it was my turn, they were giving up the reject a lot, so I rejected, kind of hostage dribbled, and then I realized my man was a little behind me, so I had an open look at the lane. Really just because of the way these guys space the floor, it allows the lane to have so much gaps and drivable areas, so, that's what I saw, so.
Brendan, you had a big moment, first game back after a couple missed, hit that setback three to bring the Frogs within one. Just talk about how you felt out there today coming off of an injury.
It was good to be back out there. I've been doing rehab every day since it happened, and it didn't heal as quick as I thought it was gonna. But whenever I was able to get out there, I did, and it felt good to be out there. And then Noah passed me that shot, and instincts kind of just took over, and I knew that he was not gonna be able to contest that as good, so shot it, believed in myself.
Wet ball.
Trey, it seems like when you guys needed a bucket, you were the one to get it for him. How were you feeling out there?
I give credit to my guards, for finding me. I know Ernest had a great skip pass to me. Honestly, it's just the flow of the offense. Guys finding me, me putting in the work every day and coming out here and knocking it down when the lights are on.
There was a point where David missed 4 straight free throws, I think in a 1-point game, came back and made that big layup that I think sparked the 7-0 run to close. Can you talk about just watching him as a freshman mature and grow and his confidence?
Yeah, I love talking about those dudes. David doesn't believe that anybody in the country can guard him, and rightfully so, because by the time that he turns into a grown man, I don't know how many people on this earth are going to be able to guard David in the sport of basketball. So, he probably had his confidence shook a little bit at the line, but that's okay. That's what those moments are for. We're just thankful that we could get the win out of it. And I know, he's not thinking about that anymore. He'll probably be in the gym after the women's game putting up free throws. So, I don't have to worry about those dudes just because I know their confidence and their work ethic. Like it speaks for itself. So super proud of the way he was able to step up tonight. So
talk about your guys' defensive effort, especially keeping Kansas State pretty much holding their 3-point attack in check.
Well, it felt like they could get to whatever they wanted to in the second half. I mean, that's something we definitely got to go back and watch the film on why it was so easy for them. But winning solves a lot. So it's like, we got a quick turnaround here. So we'll watch the film, scrap it, see what we can do to get better. But at the end, I feel like the main focus was rebounding. We had just been getting killed all night on the boards, even though we were in the game for most of the game. But we were just getting killed on the board. So that last possession there was really just about getting the rebound. So
1-1 in Big 12 play now. Just talk about this first time through the Big 12 for all three of you. What have you learned so far? What do you know about this team now that maybe you didn't know before conference play?
I mean, every night in a conference like this, every game is going to be intense. We just can't give up, and we got to work on the little things, and we got to keep focusing and controlling what we can control, like rebounding tonight or Arizona when we got to start getting some stops. It's just, at the end of the day, it's going to be little things in this conference because everyone's talented here. It'll come down to the wire every game. So,
what can a win do for you guys? I mean, there's a lot of youth still on this team. Obviously, not a lot of players that have played in the Big 12. Can this confidence carry over to the rest of the slate?
Absolutely. I feel like we got to protect home first, right? That's got to be our first mentality. And then, we got to go steal some on the road now. But I love that, nobody's been able to come in here yet and take a W from us, and I want to keep it that way throughout the whole year. So, home games are huge in the Big 12. That's one thing I've learned as far as the Big 12 is the home games. You can't really lose home games. So protecting Fort Dixon is going to be extremely huge for us, and then we're going to go see if we can go steal a couple on the road here.
One more question for Trey. Just talk about the rebounding really quick, because as Noah mentioned, it's been a challenge for you guys. What needs to happen in order to kind of flip that script a little bit?
We need to up our physicality. I think it's just a matter of us hitting them first. I think we allowed them to, get position and try to fight outwards. Then when we got to initiate the contact first. Another thing is it was a lot of threes tonight. So we were running down. It's a lot of long rebounds. So we just it just got to be a overall everyone has to come together, and it got to be a team effort.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks,
Well, thank you for all being here today, and it's great to have a good crowd without the students, obviously. So looking forward to getting them all together here, and getting ready. But very excited for our guys. Loved how they did. I'm sure, I don't know who you had in here before. I'm sure they was talking about a couple guys said in the huddle, 4-minute games, and we do it every day. We put us in situations, and I heard Noah saying in the huddle, this is where we are, 4-minute game. And down the stretch, we did what we needed to do. It wasn't the perfect game for us. We changed some defenses down the stretch finally, and I think that was the key for us to get some stops finally. But good. I called the timeout. Probably didn't normally want to do it that way, but with this team, we've kind of decided I'm going to call maybe a little quicker earlier, not find myself holding one, and then we were able to change defenses in that and get a substitution in there at the same time. And I think that was huge for us. So got it done down the stretch, and liked how we did it. Low turnovers. It wasn't a perfect game, but if you take care of the basketball, 6 turnovers. It'd be nice if we made shot free throws a little better, but made open threes. Probably could have had some more, but we're still. You throw Brendan in there. We're kind of still figuring ourselves out, but liked how we did down the stretch, and we finally got the defense to do what we needed to. Held them to 39%. But we've got work to do. The rebounding obviously is a disappointment, and that's the only thing that I'll say about us, that we just didn't get it done on that end. So did get the last 4 as what I think we came up with. So hence why we were able to come back from behind.
Tim, you mentioned it after the Arizona game, how important it is to protect home court.
Yeah.
What can a win like this do for this team?
Well, I mean, we had good practices, and I think we handled I think it was good for us each practice got better. Maybe they came out of that Arizona thinking we could have won the game, but I don't know if we're ready to do it the way that we need to do it. And I think that's where the rebounding comes in play. But certainly making plays down the stretch, executing, switching up some defense and seeing some success with it. Knew what we were running down the stretch, and so some good execution down the stretch. I think it's we've had an interesting year. You lose your point guard. Brennan's been out. He comes back. To be honest, getting just 1 3 out of him. It's rare for guys to be out as long as he is and come back and play well. So getting 1 3 out of him down the stretch was huge, more than I would have could have hoped. And so we found a way. But we're still figuring out this thing. We got 10 guys that have to be effective for us. So we've made some great strides, but we still got a lot of things to get better at.
What did you like most from your defense?
Well, I mean, we've probably got to look to do it more. We went, personnel at times. We changed up. We changed up our coverage. We handled that well. We came with some rebounds down the stretch. We didn't give them direct layups, and we didn't give them any kick out threes. So, and then came up with the rebounds. So, I mean, the rebounding. I mean, we have to be an elite rebound. We got to take care of the basketball, which we're doing, and become a better rebounding team. And I don't know. We can't have Ernest getting all the rebounds. He got 12, 14 last game. I mean, this is on the other guys.
Just talked about the rebounding. We had 18 offensive boards tonight.
Yeah.
13 second chance points. So what did you like about the defense following those?
Well, I don't know about that. There was some kick out threes that they didn't make. We call them daggers, throw them out, and be honest, I don't know that I've ever won a game with getting out rebounded by this kind of margin. So. We've got to get this fixed, and we thought we spent all week with it, and obviously Houston, we have a great rebounding team going to play against there. So, if we can we got to get that fixed. But I don't know they got that much better. Maybe a little bit better in the second half, I would say. Jamie, I thought they didn't get. I thought they missed a couple of open threes after offensive rebounds. The first half, I thought we did a better job walling up at the end and making them a little bit tougher on some of those baskets. But we've got to get better. We've got to get stronger. We've got to get more physical. We've got to respond. We've got to get used to Big 12 play. We've had 2 games now, and we've been out rebounding both.
How important are games like Arkansas that you schedule is a very similar ending to that game than this game?
Yeah, no, we've won down the stretch. Xavier here, certainly the home games we've won down the stretch, and that's what you want to do. And we just. I mean, we got different guys now. We thought Frankie would be the guy handing the ball at the end. Now Noah's there. Vashon did some good things, we've got guys in different situations, different places than maybe we thought we'd have. But that's what we got to just keep working on and getting better for it. But we got freshmen out there that are giving us good things, and we're just gonna have to ask to get more from them, less. We talk about faults defensively. Mental errors offensively, and that's what we're trying to cut down. Sometimes the shot goes in, sometimes it doesn't, but the rebounding's got to be a constant, and the low turnovers has to be a constant. So we did that today.
You talked about Noah
Yes, sir.
doing some stuff at the end of the game. How do you think he's done filling in for Frankie?
Yeah, and again, I say Frankie, but it was going to be both of them, and he's gotten better. I mean, he was out for a couple games and injured when he came back, and so his last two games he's been tremendous. I mean, he's been really good, and we just got to. I think we got to get a little less minutes for those guards and get more guys in there. I think that'll help our defense and rebounding. I think we came in the game saying we didn't want to play by 30 minutes, and we played 3 guys 34, 35. So that is not helping our rebounding. That I'm pretty sure of. We want them the ball, decision making. I thought we made some really good passes. I thought we executed some plays really good out of timeouts, especially. But down the stretch, or when they got away from us, I didn't like the shots that we took, and I thought there were drives to score rather than drives to pass, and we've got to get better at that. And we've been good at it. We were good early. Offense was really flowing early. And then missed some free throws and a couple bad possessions, and I think that's where it got away from us a little bit. So, we've been shooting them free throws so well. We did go from, I'd say we were, 359 in the country early in the year, and then the last 2 games we were number 1 in the country. We were shooting 85%. You actually can find that on the thing. So we were number 1 in the country. So figure that out. But we're doing a lot of game free throw situations. We've incorporated more of those, as well as shooting more free throws than we ever shot, which we had started the whole year with that. So we've got to. We got to convert. I mean, we had some offensively. I thought, we could convert. So, if you keep missing layups or lobs, those are going to hurt your efficiency numbers and give them rebounds at the same time.
Trey White, 14 points, 4 rebounds, no turnovers tonight. How is he down the stretch?
Yeah, he was. I mean, the catch and shoot threes, and that's kind of what he wasn't, and now he's become. And we've told him we want him catching and shooting, and that's where he's best at now for us. And then maybe a little bit more penetrating to pass when he does put it down, and that's what we want to see from him too. And he's gotten better at it. But we, as a group, we need to be better at that because we didn't do it down the stretch, especially second half. First half pretty good, but he's we're running a lot of plays for him. He's playing well. I think he's gotten better coming off of screens, and then he's just a better shooter than he was, and more confident. And we've really encouraged him to take those. So we're telling our guys to take Vashon too, and we need that. I memean, we've got to take open threes, and that was part of our offensive struggles, and some of it is our struggles today because they played off of one of our guys. And I think we could, maybe personnel-wise could have done some things differently, but rebounding was killing us, so we wanted to address that. So we had a couple things. We don't have the perfect team, I will say that, but no one does, and we're just going to try to get better each day with it. So tomorrow's got to be good for us with obviously a light day, but there's certainly some things we've got to be better at.
Anything else for Coach? Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you all.